Hi, welcome back to Vola TV. I'm delighted to be joined again by Matthew Boyle, our head teacher. How are you, Matthew?
Hi Barry, nice to see you. Just 1 week later. I was scared last week that you were only letting me on every 4 or 5 weeks, so this is a real pleasure.
Well, I'm delighted we've got a variety of guests today, but to maintain social distancing and to follow the rules, because we know how important that is, we've got Mrs Simpson, one of our deputy head teachers, Lorraine Simpson, coming on later on, and we're also joined, we've got a really special piece this week with Stephen Halkett, one of our pupil support leaders. It's going to tell us about some really fun things that are happening in the coming weeks. So I know that you've got a little bit that you want to say hello to our students and our families and the rest of our community.
Absolutely, thanks so much, Barry. Our community out there is precious to us, and the difficult balancing act we have in a school is that quite often I'm trying not to use the word nagging, but it's something like that.
But nagging.
More of this, more of that, less of that. And I was just reflecting over the last few days with the management team that we've got a smooth running school. It's a time of international, never mind national crisis, and we've got young people in classes learning, and above all, cooperating and learning with some enthusiasm and looking after safety as best they can, for young people in a busy school environment. And I want to say thank you. I think it's fabulous, and it's all down to the backing of our parents. It's down to the commitment and the kindness of our young people in the school. We're very proud of them.
We are.
So a huge thank you.
Yeah. I'm joined now by Mrs Simpson, one of our deputy head teachers at Academy. Welcome back, Lorraine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to come back and speak to you today.
Oh, well, delighted to have you here. So you've got a wee bit of information for us about how we're progressing positive relationships, positive behaviour in the school.
Absolutely. First of all, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank parents for the huge amount of support we've had in school to manage what has been potentially a difficult time for a lot of young people and staff. And young people have really stepped up to the plate, and they've been exceedingly well behaved in school, but we want to make sure we are working with parents to get that information home. So over the next couple of weeks we are going to talk about how we can inform parents about all the good news and the positive things that are happening in school, but also we feel it's important to get parents involved if things are not going as smoothly as they might be. And so from now on we're going to introduce a system whereby parents can get contact on a weekly basis if the young person has achieved 5 or more demerits or referrals in a week, and we hope that partnership working will help get every young person back on track so we can continue to move forward in the right direction.
You mentioned demerits there. Could you tell us a wee bit more about what a demerit is?
Absolutely. I mean, in a classroom situation, a young person will always be given a warning. The request for them to change that type of behaviour. If the young person can't follow that, then unfortunately that can end up in them getting a demerit for whatever the behaviour is that's not acceptable. And if a young person gets more than 5 demerits in the week, that's when we've decided it would be important for us to have that discussion with a parent or guardian to see how we can get that back on track. So that's what a demerit is. It's something that the teacher tells a young person that they're receiving if they have failed to follow the warning and they haven't got back on track with their behaviour.
Great. So really, it's all about partnership, isn't it? I heard you use that word there, and it's about us. We're so appreciative of the help that parents give us, and these conversations around the kitchen table at night, and encouraging young people to be polite and to say hello to one another and all that sort of thing. It's all part of young people growing up to be good contributors to society and to this community.
Absolutely, and I think there's hard evidence that when schools and parents work in partnership together, young people do better, and that's what we want at the Vale of Leven Academy.
Great. So to summarise, if there are too many problems with behaviour, then there's going to be a phone call home made each week, and if 5 to 9 demerits, one of the pupil support leaders will be on the phone and having a conversation about how we improve that, and if there are 10 unlikely then that youngster has 10 or more demerits, then one of us in the SLT will be making
one
a
of the
phone call
deputies will make the phone call. If there's no improvement after a week or so of that, then obviously we would start to invite parents in and sit around the table with the young person to see how we can help support them make the right choices.
Great, okay, because there's nothing more important than the way we treat one another.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us this week, Lorraine.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the time.
I'm delighted that I'm now joined by Mr. Halkett, one of our pupil sport leaders at the Academy. Welcome, your first time in the show, Stevie.
It's my first time. I'm super excited. I'm a wee bit nervous, but I'm super excited. And I'm very impressed by this setup here. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like it's like a football manager getting interviewed after a match. You know, it was a game of two halves, people. It was a game of two. So it's lovely to be here, Mr. Wright. Did I call you Mr. Wright? Is that
You can
it?
call me Barry.
You're looking lovely in your suit and
Oh,
stuff.
thank you
Barry,
very much.
very informal. Looking lovely, Barry. You're looking lovely.
I am to
Thanks,
please.
thanks, yes.
I am to please.
How's my hair? How's my hair? Okay. Thanks very much. Okay, we're good to go. Good to go. By the way, don't let me stop you. When you're ready, Barry. When you're ready.
I think that the big thing you want to tell us about this week's a great opportunity for our viewers.
Oh, yes, fantastic opportunity. Now, I am speaking to everybody about this opportunity. Pupils, staff, parents, everybody sit up, pay attention.
Grandparents?
As long as they're fit enough. Aye,
Okay,
as long as,
okay,
well, aye, grandparents included. Now, have you heard of the festive run, the local festive run?
Indeed I have, yes.
Aye, it's from Dumbarton to Anniesland. It's a half marathon distance, 13.1 miles.
Right, okay.
Now, this year was meant to be its 10th year. It's 10th year. But unfortunately, we can't do the event as planned as usual, so we're doing a virtual event. Now, that's opened up all these opportunities for us because we would like everybody to take part. Everybody. Now, it doesn't have to be 13.1 miles.
Okay.
It does not have to be that. You can do a half marathon. You could also do a 10k, which I know you could do, Barry, quite easily.
Just about,
right?
yeah.
Mr. Boyle might struggle, the headmaster, he might struggle. 6.2 miles, or you could do a 5k, 3.1 miles, or even a 2k. So grandparents, easy, a 2k, a stroll in the park. So now, this is not just any festive run. It's a supportive run for two amazing charities.
Oh, tell us more about that.
Now, the charities are Sporting Memories Foundation, who are one of our school partners, and you can probably see that I am wearing the badge, the Sporting Memories Foundation. Don't know if you can pick that up on camera. There you are. There you are. Let me show you that on camera. There you are. There you are. That's the Sporting Memories Foundation badge. There you go. Up, down, up. There we are. Fantastic. Now, also I have my Sporting Memories Foundation vest. Is it okay if I put this on?
Oh, hey, please,
Is that okay?
by all means.
Right, fantastic. This is great fun.
What would happen if I'd said no?
I would have been a bit upset. Barry,
I wouldn't want that.
There
I
we
would
go,
not.
here we go. This is my Sporting Memories Foundation vest.
Great.
And I'll be wearing this on the day.
Oh, it's very
I'll
fetching.
be wearing this.
Yes.
There we are. Can you see that? Okay. There we are. Fantastic. Sporting Memories Foundation vest. Now, the other charity. Now, do you know Sporting Memories
I've
Foundation?
heard of it. Tell us a wee bit about it.
Okay. They are a charity who do amazing work. They work with the elderly. They work with people who are sufferers of dementia, who are lonely, who are suffering depression. And what they do is they engage these people in physical exercise,
Right, okay.
gentle physical exercise, social activities, but they also use the power of sport to rekindle memories, to bring back their own playing days, or their own days of going to watch the football or whatever it may be. You may remember, Barry, we had two senior pupils who assisted them at an event.
Right.
This was an event at Crosslett Care Home in Dumbarton. And Sporting Memories had arranged for, wait for it, Danny McGrain to go along.
Wow.
Now, parents will know Danny McGrain well, former Celtic and Scotland player.
Legendary fullback.
Pupils you might not have heard, but Danny McGrain, whoa, what a player, what a player. So Danny McGrain was going along to rekindle the memories. And our pupils went along and they did a question and answer session with him, just like you're doing here actually, Barry.
Nice.
And they also did a wee media article on it, and that was fantastic for the pupils as well to get involved. So Sporting Memories are one of our partners, and they do an amazing job. Actually, since you mentioned about it, Maurice Donoghue is the Chief Operating Officer. He doesn't like that title, the COO. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Sporting Memories Foundation, and he's going to come along and speak to us on Vola TV maybe in the new year. He's a busy man, but we'll get Maurice on at one point. The other charity that this run supports is Funding Euro. Now, Funding Euro are again a wonderful charity, and they are in. They're trying to accelerate the development of treatments for neurological conditions.
Right,
So they do again,
what worthy cause, eh?
Oh, amazing work, amazing work. So this festive run is in support of these two charities.
Great,
now,
okay.
here's where we all get involved, right? Listen carefully. We would like you all to take part virtually. Now, you can do it from now. The actual run itself is scheduled for the 29th of November. So on that day, I am going to run 13.1 miles.
So that's a weekend Sunday?
A weekend Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm going to run the 13.1 miles, but you can do it any time from now. And you can do 2k, as I say, 5k, 10k, or the full 13.1 miles. Now, PE classes. Mr. McEwen in the PE department, let's get these PE pupils involved, because it'll be a great activity for them. Now, here's what we're asking. When you do your run, whenever you choose to do it, and whatever location you choose to do it in, wear something festive. Get the Santa hats on. I saw some pupils already with Santa hats on today. So get the Santa hats on, wear something festive. But more than that, Barry, do you recognise this fella?
Oh, wow, yeah, he's a former pupil of the school.
It's a former Vale of Leven Academy pupil.
Oh, wow. In fact, I think his grandson's at the school at the minute.
His grandson is still at the school. Well, maybe be embarrassing his grandson right now.
It must be about 50 years since that moment there at Meadowbank Stadium.
Yes,
is that right?
Correct. This is a legend. It is Lackey Stewart.
Lackey Stewart.
Gosh,
yeah. Great supporter of the school.
Great supporter of the school, former pupil and ambassador for Sporting Memories Foundation.
Right, okay.
Now, it is 50 years ago that Lackey won gold at the 1970 Commonwealth Games, and no other Scot has matched that since. What an achievement. Lackey is a hero of mine. He actually phoned me before my first marathon and I was starstruck. He gave me advice before my first marathon. Lackey Stewart. So, if you notice, Lackey is wearing number 317.
Oh, indeed, I do,
number 317.
Yeah.
So what I have produced with the help of Maurice Donoghue is bib number 317 in honour of Lackey Stewart.
Cool, okay.
And we're asking all virtual runners, whenever you do it and whatever distance you do, to put this bib on, to put it on. And you'll see the charities I've mentioned, Funding Euro, Sport Memories Foundation, and at the bottom our own school badge. Achieving together, everybody, achieving together. And I would like us all to achieve together with this virtual run. And when you wear that with pride, I'm going to stand up. I don't know if the camera will catch me. This is what I look like. When I wear this with pride, on the day I do it, I'm going to get someone to take my photo and I'm going to put it on social media. Have you heard of social media?
I'm vaguely familiar.
And Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
And as you put it on, as you put your picture on, mention the charities. Give them a shout. That way we are supporting the charities.
Great. Hashtag the charities.
Hashtag the charities. That's exactly right, Barry.
Okay.
And I can get you one of these. So any pupil, any parent, anybody who wants one, just give me a shout and I'll get you number 317.
Okay.
My dad's going to do it.
Right, okay.
My dad's going to do it.
Brilliant.
So I'll tell you about my dad another time when we're on. I've not got time just now. And also, after you have completed your challenge, 2k, 5k, 10k or half marathon, then come and speak to me and I will give you a certificate.
Oh, brilliant.
Look at that. Can you catch that in camera?
Fantastic.
So, Virtual Festive Run 2020, 10-year anniversary. This is our 10th year. It's our 10th year. And Sport and Memories Foundation and Funding Euro. So please get involved. Get involved. And I hope to see you all on the start line. Thanks very much.
So, summarise. Get running. Doesn't matter what distance you're doing. 2k, 5k, 10k, half marathon, whatever you like. Make sure you get one of these numbers from Mr. Halkett in advance and do your bit to support these two absolutely tremendous charities.
And then get that up on your wall.
And you don't have to do anything for nothing because you get a certificate.
You get a certificate, yes. Fantastic.
Thank you so much for joining us on Vola TV.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I hope I can come back again.
You'll be very welcome.